Hanging out with the ICP.
Hi.
What's going on with you?
I'm learning so much.
I met up with some guys from the ecosystem.
People from all over the world.
Very awesome week.
Ambassador Valerie.
Today we're talking about the heart of the internet computer.
This episode's all about you. Hey everybody, welcome back to ICP United. I'm Aaron Biebert, your co-host.
I'm Kyle Stofflet, your other co-host, and we have a very special episode for you today. It's all about the people.
We've been waiting a long time to do something like this, but man, with all of the hangouts we've done with people and all the interviews,
Connect with them more, hear their stories.
it's time to do one, focus on what makes ICP one of the greatest places to build the future of Web 3.0.
Hey everyone, we're here at Bitcoin Beach, and we're joined by ICP OG Meta Owl.
Meta Owl, woo!
How's it going?
It's good to have you. How's your week been?
Everything's great.
Yeah,
It's hot. It's like 100 degrees.
Yeah,
it is hot.
We need a little icy pina colada.
Yeah, definitely have your icy drinks ready.
What's going on with you now?
I got the Meta Owl radio station on Windows 98, which everybody should check out. It's got probably like 40 songs that I made about different ICP, communities and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Pretty high.
That's really cool. So we just got to
Valerie.
announce as an ambassador for
Ambassador
the ICP Hub United
Valerie,
States.
who is knighted, we're now knighting you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Feels good. Feels
Yeah.
good.
What's your week been like?
Partnered with Stand With Crypto
There you go.
to
Love
do
it.
their live stream and some content for our show. There's layers to this. It's been wonderful to be a part of that. This morning we were live streaming at the keynote.
That's a
We
big
had
one.
some
That's
really,
big.
really amazing interviews. So
I'm also rocking some.
this is a limited edition merch. This
Yeah.
was a reversible bucket hat that we did for NFT NYC.
Yeah, ultra rare. You can't buy it. It's not for sale.
No.
You can see why Valerie is an ambassador, because she's got all the good
Got the
ideas.
great merch. The notorious Shill Gates.
Yeah, I met up with some guys from the ecosystem. Having a good time out here right now, doing some networking, meeting with people.
What do you got going on right now with everything that you're
The
building?
main thing, I guess, has been Kong swap prediction markets. So there's more advantage to people making predictions early.
Yeah.
We don't have the liquidity to do like a AMM style, so it's kind of like a middle point between what we have.
Oh, that's smart though. I like it.
This is the best event yet. I'm meeting people from all over the world involved in different projects. I'm really into like the AI cloud space, so I'm meeting a lot of developers.
What's all been going on in your world in general?
Working with a blockchain company called Turgo. So
Oh,
putting
nice.
carbon credits on the blockchain,
Yeah.
and they actually have a patent so where your green activities can generate carbon credits, and then you can sell them to the big boys, make a little extra coin for your good behaviors.
And what is that building on?
It's built on ICP.
ICP.
So-
Okay.
We love it.
Yeah.
Did not plan this at all. It's the future, man. And,
Yeah.
and what I really like about where like AI, cloud, crypto, everything's coming together is it's bringing people together. You're meeting people from all over the world.
For me, the Bitcoin Beach event, seeing all the ICP community members just all around having drinks, cheers, talking, buzzing, oh man, that really opened my eyes about like what is going on here, and getting to finally meet people that I've known on X for a long time, getting to see them in person. It was really powerful.
As you know, I love events, and
You're
just
the
that
event
magic
king. Yeah.
that comes with it, right? Like this is how a lot of people meet like new projects that start to form. We met online, right? But a lot of people meet face to face at these events. We got an old friend of mine, Creatress.
Oh yeah.
What have you been up to this week?
Interviewing people on behalf of Stand With Crypto, covering all the news
Doing
that
the
we find
good work.
interesting.
Doing the good work. Yeah.
Well, with my art shows, I actually am looking forward to performing in New York.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
I have a dream of performing at the Sphere. So
Oh, at
if,
the Sphere,
if
there you
anyone
go.
would like to see that and has any tips for how we might make that happen, that's what I got going on. Just dreaming big and taking the little steps every day to get there.
Been a supporter of the internet computer, so I'd love to have you join us as an ambassador for the ICP Hub United States.
I would be honored.
Awesome. We are now knighting you.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome,
no,
man.
it's an honor to have you.
I'm really excited. I was already like, oh my gosh, I'm getting FOMO. I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
We were always thinking about you, but we thought in person would be best. The
You
remote.
can't propose over the phone.
That's right. You got to do it in person.
It's great to come out and connect with some ICP people. Everyone here has been awesome. Kyle Langham, Lamesh Dutta.
Yeah. What else you got going on in your world in general right now?
I'm the chief meme maker for Windows 98.
And yeah, a lot of the content that you see comes from me. A lot of the.
All right, you're like the creative mastermind behind a lot of the
Behind the memes.
the most famous memes on the internet computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a lot of energy for sure.
I am learning so much to bring back home to New York to all my business owners. I mean, they're going to be blown away. The gentleman I was just talking to about the cards.
Yes, that's going to be serious. That's going to be serious.
POS system, that is going to be a hit with us.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What's all going on in your world, just in
So
general?
in my world, I'm the chief operations of an organization called Long Island Restaurant Association. I mean, we all know the taxes are ridiculous, the rents are ridiculous, but we try to
Too darn high, that's
keep,
what I hear.
oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. Well, we're going to have about 1,200 restaurant owners be part of this gala.
Wow.
So hopefully we can get them all together and bring them all the information that
Oh
will
yeah.
help them out.
Yeah, and give them an edge, like with the
Absolutely.
future, building for the future.
I mean, there's so many downs in the restaurant business,
It's a wild roller coaster.
and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's when we come in.
I love how you lead with your heart. We got the Airbnb.
We got the Airbnbs. What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's been a very awesome week. You know, I love coming and connecting, you know, with everybody from ICP and networking with people, seeing some, you know, people, you know, I've seen from the internet multiple times, so guys like you who I've, you know, met multiple times in real life.
What's been some of your favorite events so far this week?
It's probably got to be my best event so far. Really cool house. We're at like Mike Tyson's old house in Vegas, so it's super sick. And, you know, we have this awesome setup here and everything, so you guys have done an amazing job with it and everything, so.
Oh, glad you came.
Heard there might be a tiger on the loose, I'm not sure. But...
What's all going on in your world in general?
I run the marketing for CoinSwap, and I also run a marketing agency called Cryptosity.
Nice.
And for Kong, we have a lot of big things coming. I can't say everything. We have a Solana integration coming up, an update to our prediction markets, and also we're starting to play in the Bitcoin DeFi.
Nice.
And this event here we're at right now is basically a Bitcoin DeFi ICP event. We have some really cool integrations and things coming up for, you know, Kong with a lot of great projects in and outside of ICP. You know, kind of our thing with Kong is, you know, we're kind of pushing the boundaries of ICP and what we can do with the technology and really, you know, making a lot of noise and everything. So yeah.
It was great to connect with everyone. It was definitely a vibe.
Yeah, there was just like a super buzzing atmosphere. Definitely got a sense of a massively growing ecosystem. So it was fun to sit down and talk with the VP of Growth at Dfinity Foundation.
So I've known Lamesh now for years, and I'm glad I got the chance to hang out with him in person.
You're leading growth over at Dfinity Foundation. What are some of the things that you're most excited about for, you know, potential for our ecosystem to keep growing and making an impact?
Every blockchain basically is siloed, right? So you can't send a message from one blockchain to another. You need some kind of a centralized party in between. ICP kind of solves all of that in just basically making this two-way interoperability, not just for like tokens, so that's one part of it, but then also like general message passing between chains. So just basically blending all of these together in what we call as chain fusion. If you think about Bitcoin, not only we can add programmability on the Bitcoin side of things, but also how about you get the superpowers of every other chain? So you want a Solana asset or stablecoin onto Bitcoin, you can actually bring that over onto that network using ICP. So this kind of stuff is very compelling and interesting. I think everyone in the ecosystem who has heard of Caffeine. At the end of the day, ICP is about a few different things. One is like open internet services or self-sovereign software. We have seen the likes of OpenChat, we've seen the likes of Catalyze and all of these different projects, and blending that seamlessly with like cross-chain tokens, DeFi. I think something like Caffeine would not only accelerate that in the Web3 space, but also in Web 2. So those are the kind of things that are very exciting.
Has there been a region in the world that's kind of been like a surprise where you've noticed like a big uptick in growth?
What I would say initially started with like very predictable markets in the sense that there was like stuff happening in the US, in Europe, and then of course in the Asia like China, Hong Kong. As like ICP kind of started getting deeper, that has contributed to like some really unexpected spots where we have started to see like a lot of Indonesia, Philippines, even Africa, really the grassroots kind of spinning up. So yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that.
It is kind of beautiful to see because we talk about rebuilding the internet, allowing everyone in the world to get a chance to like have the first of this. Often the first movers get get a chance to really dominate some of the markets. And so like this opportunity now, as we talk about rebuilding that in Web 3.0, like getting, letting people from all over the world get a chance. They have the chance.
I think if you think about like the big promise of Web3 is all about democratizing access to like opportunity, right? So if you look at it from that point of view, like someone anywhere in the world, whether the person is in India or South Africa or Kenya or wherever, right? They can actually say that, okay, I can create the software, raise money through this decentralized process, and then just like, bootstrap my thing. I don't really need to go to the right Ivy schools and have the specific connections with specific VCs to be able to really bootstrap my venture. That's really the opportunity here.
Meritocracy when you're rebuilding the internet.
Yeah.
And we can see the future. Yeah. And it looks beautiful.
Love the conversation with Lamesh. It was encouraging to hear about all the growth going on in the ecosystem.
Yeah, and over the last several months, it's been really amazing to be able to go behind the scenes with these builders and learn what's all going on.
These wallets, what are they really? I found that they're your identity in decentralized spaces, they're your gateway to opportunity, they're your tools for financial freedom. Should a gateway like that be governed by a centralized service? Is that really what we want to have happen? I started with a set of requirements. So I decided for myself that I want to build a wallet that is aligned with users. If Web3 wallets are to serve everyone, then I had this really visceral belief that in that case they should be governed by everyone too. So instead of, Consensus Software Inc. being the only organization that got to decide and approve code changes, that got to benefit from the revenue and ultimately decide what to do with the treasury, it felt like that part needs to be decentralized. So how do you build a decentralized Consensus Software Incorporated? Ultimately, that's a DAO. So I started with that being the end goal, that being the mission, that I wanted to build Web3's most user-aligned wallet. How do you actually build that? And if you go down the line, it ends up being that you have to build a wallet in the cloud in a decentralized way. So where can I do that? You go through all networks, and ICP at the time, it was pre-Genesis. And I started to look into it. They had made a lot of promises, like everything on chain. So that's what attracted me. And the more I dug into it, the more I saw, well, actually, this is probably the only place I can build this. It still remains to this day the only place I could build a wallet like that. And I chose ICP.
Tap protocol, as you've said, we're Bitcoin DeFi for a start, as you guys know. So Bitcoin smart contracts for native assets, but with full custody. So no bridges, no wrapping, no roll-ups, no L2s, no sidechains. And how we achieve that is L1 co-processing, which is using a smart contract from an existing major L1 to manipulate the assets on Bitcoin directly. Using ICP Chain Fusion, obviously. Yeah. You may have heard of it.
Yeah, we love it. But
Once or twice.
We love what you guys are doing with it.
That's kind of the talk of the town, really, right? Once you have your assets securely on Bitcoin, you can, of course, do DeFi. Users can use their existing wallet. There is no middle layer. There is no multi-sig scheme.
The world that I want to live in is one where if I want to make something, I can just make it. And there's lots and lots of primitives that I can grab off the shelf. And really, like, if you look at modern development, programming, like 99% of any project, even a closed source one, is open source. It's all leaning on packages that just random people that you'll never meet have made and uploaded for you to use. And there's this kind of like amazing ecosystem of people who just want other people to stand on their shoulders and build the next thing on top of their thing. And I think that's really cool. And like, it just, if I'm going to use all of this open source stuff, then I also should contribute, and I should be part of that. I've taught for a long time. I started as a teacher, and I used to teach kids. The entire framework that we've been working on is complicated, and even smart engineers come at this, and it's very opaque, and so we just needed a way to get this out to them. What's cool, though, is that like the vast majority of people coming to AI Agent Dev School are also not programmers. This is their first time learning to code, and a lot of these people are cloning a Git repo for the first time. And a lot of them are making pull requests and committing and contributing for the first time. And we have over 170 contributors now on our project. I think that's the real impact here is, I want to teach everyone to fish because I've been just fishing by myself for a while, in like a dark room, and I need to get that out there.
Building a company, specifically startup company, small, and then you launch a product. I mean, it's never a straight line. It kind of feels like, Odin Fun, and it went from like zero to, overnight success. But I mean, it's been like a I don't know, 10 years.
Building a lot for many years now.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you see on the horizon for Odin Fun? I know you can't tell us everything, but
Getting external runes integrated into Odin Fun, I think it makes a ton of sense. I mean, we've been working on it for a long time.
but you got to get that right.
Yeah, got to get it right. So we're really excited about that. We are kind of putting some feelers out on the BRC20 side. You know, we'd love to get some BRC20 integration. There's a big Asia community that supports the BRC20s. We want to start bringing in some cross-chain liquidity, log in with Phantom, deposit Sol, swap to Bitcoin, and start trading.
Yeah.
And I think you could do that in probably less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So in less than 30 seconds, you could onboard, you know, any Solana degen directly into Odin Fund to Bitcoin. And it would be the fastest way to get Bitcoin and the fastest way to, you know, start trading on Odin Fund. So Solana integration, maybe some like Ethereum or USDC integration.
Yep.
On like the, you know, currency side, I think that would be really cool. And then on the DeFi side, I mean, there's lots of crazy stuff.
The big motto we had at the time was decentralize the world's data, right? And so we were looking for blockchains that could help us achieve that goal. Internet Computer came out with their Genesis video, and like they were like speaking our vision paper. It was really interesting. And so, I mean, we jumped into the Internet Computer right away, and we ended up saying, you know, this is tech that can bring us somewhere. The tech is amazing.
Alien tech, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's just so cool.
I mean, that's really where we hit the ground running. It was when I started making my app called Lucid Journal. You know, probably the first project to use an early version of ELIZA. The beautiful thing about ELIZA and AI16Z is that it is an open source movement of real people that came from the ground floor. And I just think that's the most powerful thing about it.
What's all going on at BitOmni?
I guess it's a long story, but we are focusing on building some interoperability features among all blockchains using Internet Computer Protocol technologies. That's the origin of BitOmni. And then we realized that building only the infrastructure is not good enough for this space. There are already so many infrastructures. We are not better than those, but we probably better at building dApps applications. One important aspect of the space is get mass adoption, right? And the ICP technology definitely can support that.
Right.
So why don't we do something like that? So that's how we did a little pivot to focus on building dApps that have mass adoption potentials. And that's how Taiki came out.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Taiki is a gaming platform.
Yeah.
Using Bitcoin and runes to game.
Yeah.
And all the games are like leisure games, mini games with probability. So it's pretty new. It's a baby. 3 days has gone by. Now we have like 1,700 users already and about 5 Bitcoin transaction volumes already. So all the gaming logics are running in canisters on IC.
Oh, nice. So you're able to use like smart contracts plus Bitcoin plus gaming plus probability.
Exactly.
So, okay, a lot going on. You know, I mean, that's like the nature of this internet computer ecosystem is that there is a lot going on. And most of the time, it makes almost no sense to people unless they've really spent some time digesting it.
Yeah, I mean, it can be extremely technical. And that's partly what we're here to do is help break that down.
There's a whole like community of people that are really taking this very seriously, like spending a lot of time helping people digest things.
Like there's people doing X Spaces, video content, blog posts, articles, all that. We got to hang out with Keegan, a great example of a teacher in Web3.
Yeah, he's doing like every Tuesday.
He had some great points on how to help with education in Web3.
I've been a public education teacher for 14 years now. Everything I do for Web3, NFTs, blockchain, and Bitcoin, that's all a hobby on the side. My space is 10KTF Teaching Tuesday. I just try and take all my teacher skills and lenses that I've acquired over the years and just apply them in the spaces, especially for new people to come in and ask questions because, you know, the space can be intimidating for people that don't know anything.
Yeah, and education is vital in this industry because how
Nothing
are people
moves
going to learn
forward
if
without
they can't?
people like you teaching the next? Because you can have all the early adopters you want, but like it will never be mainstream without people like you. So, hey, hats off.
Don't be afraid to share all the basics and fundamentals with people that aren't in the blockchain space. It never harms to reteach. I think that's where this space sometimes kind of like hesitates.
Yeah.
Like because, oh, this is already known, but it's not. Like people need to hear things multiple times for it to stick and then become absorbed. And so for ICP, I mean, with the canisters and the way that it interacts and how quick it is, how fast it is. Some of the community members were actually at BDizzle's group in San Diego, San Diego NFT Friends, and they were very proactive. And so the people showing up, like, that matters.
Yeah, and that's how we get through to the next group, the next wave of people that can help drive this forward. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's not about just like always bringing top-notch, top level, but just doing what you can. So
doing what you can, everyone doing their part.
And sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's a level 100, sometimes it's 80.
But it's always enough.
ICP community, make sure you show up and have a strong ground game. But if it's not that strong at 100, that's okay. Even just a little bit helps.
Great points from Keegan here.
Yeah, he's a wise one. And you know, with the hub work that we've been doing, like that's been a core thing of what we're all trying to do, and we have a whole team that's doing this all day, every day, even sometimes all night too.
Yeah, so I think the next best thing we could do is actually talk about it internally with our team.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, how about this? How about I just zap out of here?
Whoa, you all right?
I feel like my hair almost started growing out for a second, and I'd look more like Aaron.
Jimmy Jake Shaw. As far as your time goes in Web3 and with the internet computer, what have been some key moments for you?
Awesome to meet so many great people and do some amazing things like game nights, Bitcoin Nashville, Vegas was a great time. Being able to sing with you over some light drinks, and it's been an amazing community to start growing with people like Chris Yost, to see him rock climbing while I'm resting on the couch because I was carrying too many cameras. A little jealous of that time, but it's been lots of great moments. Fun to be able to teach you some camera work when we're in Nashville.
Yeah, and I've been learning a lot from you. Just recently in Vegas, I learned how to hold cameras on water slides.
Well, I had to get a smooth shot of you, so I was like, it's like a crane shot, and then I just go in and just splash in the water and ruin the camera, but it was worth it because I got your face and it looked so good. You were just
you just got the big lens on the freaking slide.
Yeah, got to get the shot.
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
Jimmy, in all seriousness, with this show and all the projects that we've been working on, it's been a real pleasure to get to be around you more and see your humor and all your talent go into the show like that we're doing. Like,
it's been fun.
I never would have thought that like you'd have me popping in with guns and stuff for an episode, and then just like the quality in general and all the dedication into the post-production, the filming, the late nights, and all of it. So can't thank you enough for all the work that you put in and all the side events I drag you to.
Yeah, this is world-changing tech, and I'm just honored to be a part of it.
Oh, Sydney, whoa.
Hey.
Is that a new Motoko?
Oh, yes. In an earlier episode of ICP United, we had the team holding all the different Motokos, and unfortunately, Modi was left crying in the corner. He was really sad about this. So we had to do something. The Motoko team pointed this out, and at this point, I was just joining the team full-time, and I decided I would take Modi under my wing. And this made Modi very happy. The Motoko team edited together a photo of Modi smiling, and this really inspired me, and I figured I had to recreate it to commemorate the nice moment. So I decided to crochet a smiley Modi to commemorate everything.
And it looks great. Like, I was surprised when you walked in the studio with it today. It was like maybe an hour in, I look over and it's on the couch. I had no idea. As far as like, you know, your experience in the internet computer ecosystem, you've been here since Genesis. What have been some of your key moments that you've enjoyed?
One of the first things I did on ICP was crash it.
There we go, contributing to decentralizing networks right there.
My first memories of ICP was smashing the airdrop button for IC Punks. I spent a lot of time doing that, but it was so fascinating and really fun to do.
That was a massive moment for ICP NFTs. There was so many people that came into the ecosystem, so that's like legendary that you're a part of that. So
yes.
Any other key moments that have been like really meaningful to you?
I haven't been to a lot of events in the past, but more recently I was able to go to the DAO Day party, and that was a lot of fun. Everybody was so welcoming, and I got to learn a lot from them. Everybody's so passionate about what they do, and yeah, there's a lot of promise for the future.
Thank you for all your hard work and with joining the team here, the editing and so on. Just super thrilled to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. It's been great working with you, and I'm looking forward to what's ahead.
Oh,
whoa, hi.
Frederick, what's going on?
Nothing much. How about you?
Just here on the set for ICP United.
Yeah. Same.
yeah, no, great to have you. So we've been working together for a while now.
Yeah.
You have a lot of history in the internet computer ecosystem. What have been some key moments for you?
Getting to know some other builders and stuff in the ICPCC and DAO Day Party and all that. Just getting to work a lot on a lot of projects with people, getting to know the technology too.
But you do a lot of like 3D design, which is great.
Yeah.
Like it's really incredible. People might know like the Swap OG diamond
Yeah,
and
for
all that. You
sure.
put a lot of work into that. So it's been cool to see your artwork and what you are really passionate about. What like future things do you have in mind that might be something that you look to build?
3D assets as well as just like promotional art, and continue working with just like ideas and figuring out like next steps, and a lot more of the filmmaking stuff is my future.
As far as like community goes for internet computer, what have been like some like fun moments for you?
It's been fun talking to the people that build a lot of the things that I use. Like I use NFID wallet, so it was fun to meet Dan, and also just hanging out at Bitcoin Vegas with a lot of those guys, being able to talk to them and whatnot. Pretty fun because they're all very smart people and all have very big visions for what's next.
So what are like some of your favorite projects in the internet computer?
I like a lot of the more like gaming based projects. Like on-chain gaming to me is like pretty cool with NFTs as like playable characters or playable items. Play to earn is pretty cool. Cubetopia was a big one for me. Having some of those fun creativity based moments where you can just like build a bunch of stuff, and it's cool to see the game build too. First there was no textures on the blocks and the water wasn't crazy, and then like it started building more and more and getting more advanced, and pets and all that stuff, which is pretty fun. And now they have like some other sort of game modes that's pretty cool too. Imalad was a big one I was doing back in the day. That project was really cool with the RPG sort of game type, going around leveling up your stuff. You could kill goblins for like swords and shields and stuff, and then in-game like marketplaces and currency with like gold that you can get, and that was all cool as well.
It's cool that you've been a part of those games early on as they've been building and growing. Do you have like friends that are into internet computer, and if so, like are they interested in like those types of games?
I wasn't even the one to tell them about it. They already knew, and have been showing me new projects and stuff to get into. They're all like, yeah, figuring it out for themselves, and that really goes to show how much is building and how much is getting bigger, and more people know about it.
It's just growing that community culture around those games and platforms. Getting involved with Caffeine AI and maybe using that to make some games as well. Like
I think that's going to be a huge tool in the future, not just for me, but for a lot of people to sort of make their visions known. It's like endless possibilities, and now with internet computer expanding its capabilities, I think that'll be a huge tool for a lot of people.
Thank you for popping into the set today.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking forward to having you back again sometime.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle.
Whoa, Jenny's here.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey. What are like your key moments that really stand out to you?
I would say for me, some of the most impactful moments have been the in real life events where I actually got to meet people. You talk to people online, but actually getting to meet them in person and see their face and talk to them has been really amazing. The first one was the DAO Day Party that we hosted here. We had a lot of builders in, and then we got to interview them after that. There have been a couple other smaller ones, but then the big one we just went to, Bitcoin Vegas. It's just so inspiring to me to be able to talk to these people, and you get to see firsthand like the passion. They're talking about such high level tech things, and it's all so technical, but you just feel their excitement and their passion for it. Dan Ostrovsky with NFID Wallet, I love hearing the story behind it and the why and how much he believes in it. Robin from Liquidium, I didn't understand half of what he was talking about, but you just felt it. And the thing that really struck me with him was he was saying, we're running into these friction points and these problems, but then like coming to the solution. And to me, that's just really, really special. The tech on ICP is just amazing. But what really is driving it is these people, and these people that are seeing these issues that they want to solve. They have the know-how, they have the drive, but most of all, they have the passion, and I just really love that.
If you're gonna be, building the next generation of tech that the world's gonna be using, you better be passionate about it, right? So
it's really cool to see people collaborating, encouraging each other, lifting each other up, bouncing ideas off each other. And I mean, I really think we're witnessing the birth of like the next level of things, because all these ideas coming out, and we already know they have the tech know-how and the passion. So the future, I think, is just very bright.
A lot to be grateful for, because the industry itself has matured a lot over the years, and so I think that's great to see that the community's thriving, getting to connect with each other online.
The other thing that I was really surprised at was actually a little bit out of my comfort zone. I do like video games, but I jumped into some of the Go to Gamer events and got to sit and play with people. That was just a blast for me. And full disclosure, I'm not that good at Fortnite, but I was never made to feel like I was holding the team back. Everyone was very supportive.
You got us a dub. Indiana Jens literally with the blast at the end to knock someone off the...
Full disclosure, it was dumb luck. It was just dumb luck. But I'm glad I could contribute something. I was really encouraged. It was a really great time, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
More game nights are gonna be a thing. So Jenny, thanks for zapping in here into the seat. It's been great to have you and work on ICP United as well as other projects with you. Thanks for all your hard work, the blood, sweat, and the tears of nights editing. People don't see how tedious that is, and so you're a real rock star. So thanks again for all your hard work, and thanks for joining us on the set today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh wow, my niece appeared. This is pretty wild. I wasn't anticipating her to show up today. Mila, great to have you. Welcome to the set. What do you think of the studio?
I like it.
I got a question for you. So if you had a genie and its name was Caffeine and it could build anything on the internet for you, what would you have it build?
Your own city or town.
Your own world, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's really cool.
The pastry shop, there's a lot of stuff that like a normal city would have. You can get a house, and then there's like a whole bunch of different houses you can choose from. There's like an avatar thing, like a button on the side, and then you could change what your avatar looks like.
So you can change appearance, maybe add a backpack, stuff like that. That's cool. Mila's world. What do you think about when you hear the word ICP?
Okay.
And he's back.
I'm back. Oh, woo. Yeah, that was fun with Mila there, seeing like the next generation.
She might have more apps than me at some point,
Wouldn't shock me. The future is probably going to be built by like people in their single digits, Oh, that was good. But what about you, Kyle? Any reflections in the last several years?
And I say it all the time, but events, events are what really makes it happen. The holiday is like one that really cemented stuff for us and our group.
That was a big one.
It was a fun event. We pulled off within just a matter of like 2 weeks or whatever. I do think the Las Vegas conference was another massive one. Just really shows where the industry's at, and being able to be around as the excitement's building. A lot of new innovation around Bitcoin and internet computer.
Yep.
That seems like it's going to open up a lot of new use cases for the general public or even builders. And today, the online presence and being involved with an active, engaging community, that's a key moment right there. I mean, it just kind of brings it all back of why do we do this?
Yeah, quite the adventure.
Yeah. What are like some of your like key moments?
I came in to the ecosystem really right before Genesis and witnessed the launch of it. It was very exciting, but obviously there was some tense times there. When you talk about favorite, of course, that's not that, but it was cool that the DFINITY community early on, that if people remember that back in the day, reached out and asked me to write a blog. So I was like one of the first blog writers that was covering it after Genesis, and I remember writing this thing called Internet Computer, a whole new blockchain animal, trying to help people understand it's not this isn't just another blockchain. There's plenty of new blockchains. It almost feels like every month still, they're still launching L1 blockchains, you know, and it's like, okay. But helping people understand this isn't normal. And that the response to that early on was really, really cool. It just came up making a movie and wanting to participate in something big. And it felt like we got in, and it felt cool to get into it, and then meeting you, and then, you know, connecting more with you and a lot of the people. I think for me, it's like a series of cycles. Like, I don't have any super like key moments. You know, usually there's always downsides to every upside, you know, and I don't know why I'm bringing all of this stuff up, but for me, the highs are higher because of the lows, and I know a lot of people have worked really hard on what they're doing. And some of the stuff's really heartbreaking, you know, when it doesn't work out. You know, I can think of a lot of projects that just aren't around anymore because, you know, we went through a whole bear market together, and, you know, funding is a real serious concern always. But to me, those low moments make these highs, and seeing things like Liquidium and Odin Fun and all the work Omnity is doing, and all of these projects, like KongSwap is doing cross-chain swaps in a DEX. That never existed before. And so these sort of high moments, they're really high because the lows were really low, you know, and you could feel both of those. And to me, just watching these people just keep going and going and going, like, these people are really heroes, you know, in a lot of ways. And yeah, maybe they're not saving lives, but they are maybe saving our future, our digital futures. Without people continuing to move forward on this, I think we're just right back to, like, you know, the Fortune 50 companies are just going to be running everything in a few years, and they already are running everything. So it's like, this is like a little bit of a rebellion going on right now, and I'm seeing these people. So they are kind of heroes to me, because I think this is more than with this stuff. I do think it affects mental health. I think it affects physical health, stress levels, things like that. I think we can build it all better, but we do need these heroes to keep going. So for me, it's just like one big journey, and it's all very meaningful to me.
And it's all like connected.
It's all connected to me, yeah, because these people are a lot of them are the same characters. The ones we talk about in this show, known these people for a long time. You know, they've just been going hard, and it does feel very real to celebrate them and to help unite people around it and help digest it a little bit together. Yeah, it's been really great.
Yeah, so it's been great to have our team all here to one, talk about all these experiences that really make the internet computer community really special to us. Even more so, being able to build and work together and help cover these stories and help builders along the way.
Yeah, help contribute. And it's been fun, you know, expanding beyond just the core team here. Now we have ambassadors too, you know, and, you know, having these guys and gals just joining us in this. And I mean, it's not like a paid gig. This is all from the heart.
What's up, ICP fam? Chris Yost here with the Cloud Foundation. Honored to be representing the ICP US Hub as an ambassador. Most of my work lately in the Web3 space has been creating educational and promotional content for the Cloud Foundation, highlighting the Internet Computer Protocol and its top ecosystem projects. I did a video recently for Caffeine AI, done work for GoldDAO, Origin Foundation, AgriDAO, CanI, and others, and I'm co-hosting an ICP-centric podcast called Cloudcast with my good buddy Mike ICP. So we're hosting ICP founders, community members, and basically just covering all the top things happening in the ICP ecosystem and Web3 in general. I'm excited about what ICP means for the future in so many different areas, but one big area is ownership and custody. And so ICP is offering the first of its kind, a truly decentralized network that allows users to retain ownership. It allows creators to retain most of the profits for their art, for their music, whatever it may be, and stop being exploited by big tech legacy cloud providers, which has been the status quo for far too long. So couldn't be more excited for the future of ICP, and am just so honored and proud to be a part of this movement.
Hey out there, how you feeling? I'm Kamal Hubbard, and I'm so excited to be invited to take part in ICP Hub US. I'm looking forward to delivering new content that covers the ICP ecosystem and all the great content creators and developers and everything that they're contributing to what's going on here. I'm also working on a decentralized science project that's helping to fund the fight against cancer, which I can't wait to share more about with you in the near future. What's so great about ICP is it represents a new era in decentralization. And as we have more people onboarding the blockchain, more people are learning about ICP and the value proposition that it provides to everyone from holders to developers to content creators like myself. Don't just make it a good day, make it a great day with ICP.
You may wonder, what does the New Jersey Innovation and Technology Alliance have going on? We have a lot. We've been cooking. Several weeks back, we had the opportunity of meeting with Senator Cory Booker and Senator Andy Kim's staffers, where we got to introduce ourselves as the Alliance, the New Jersey Innovation and Technology Alliance, and we got to let them know what are some of the things that we're planning on doing. One, we're looking on doing meetups. The first type of meetup would be divided into congressional districts. So here in the state of New Jersey, we have 12 congressional districts. So we're looking at going to the most highly populated towns within those congressional districts and doing a type of meetup where we'll meet with crypto enthusiasts. The second type of meetup that we have planned is by going to the 565 municipalities here in the state of New Jersey, talking to local elected officials and their residents and informing them on what is blockchain, what is AI, and what is crypto. Recently, we partnered up with Stand With Crypto and we held a Get Out the Vote rally. And we had over 400 crypto enthusiasts that came down. It was a great event. We had some musical guests and we also had some gubernatorial candidates that came down to speak to the crowd and kind of let them know where they stand with crypto. Internet Computer Protocol is the Swiss Army knife of blockchains. It's incredibly versatile and it's powerful. What gets me most excited is how many different things you can build on it. We're not just talking about, simple smart contracts. We're talking about creating full-scale applications, websites, and services that run entirely on chain. The other thing that gets me really pumped up is the chain fusion technology. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I know that ICP is leading the way.
How awesome is it to get to hang out with all these people? And I feel like we're definitely building the future here right now, so it feels good.
I think online with gaming culture is a big, vital area to bring people together. If you can't make it out to events, you need to be able to do something online.
That's right.
Which is why I'm really excited to announce ICP Hub United States is going to be having Goated Gamer join as the official gaming community of the hub. So we're super thrilled. We've been doing a lot of different things with Goated. As you mentioned.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, having even some of the ambassadors and some getting together some of the IRL stuff too, but obviously there's a need to fill in the gaps. You just can't once a year talk to each other in more personal ways, because you could talk about tech all day. You could talk about token prices. You could talk about that stuff, but it's not super deep. What other things are people doing and enjoying in their life? Gaming's a big one. And so this really allows us to have more personal conversations and personal experiences that are outside of work type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as far as gaming goes, it's where most of my friendships were made. Whether it was IRL gaming, like soccer and all that.
Yep.
But
games are games, right?
Right. Going to midnight releases. Right. They would have tournaments and stuff. So I think
I remember the old days. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it was just that culture really brings the close knit community.
Yep.
Maybe even a little bit of trash talk. Who knows? But
hey, that's fine. When you can trash talk your fellow community members, then you're close.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It brings people together. So that's why I'm super excited about that.
It's a perfect move to keep growing this community closer and closer. Yeah. So. Final thoughts. I think let's go to the community. We asked them what message you have for the ICP community, and there were some good ones.
There's one thing in common. It's hey, this is the future, and I want to be a part of it.
Really excited.
Keep doing what you do.
Just keep building.
If you're trying to build a product that works, you have to solve users' problems.
Amplify what the builders are doing.
Keep it positive. The ecosystem is too small to be divided. It's important to be united.
Time for ICP United. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Come to the next one,
Yeah, you got to be here. Kyle, what about you? You got any final thoughts?
Keep engaging, keep sharing, helping spread awareness, help others learn the ecosystem, go out to events, be a good internet neighbor, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, what about you? Any closing?
I think for me, the main thoughts I have is just thanks. Even asking people to get behind this, because it's hard to do a show like this and rally people, especially in Web3, because a lot of people don't know each other that deeply, and I feel sincere thanks, for everyone that's commenting and sharing. I mean, the numbers that this show has done for only being a couple months old, like really amazing. There's a big focus shift now to the World Computer Hacker League, you know, and just like looking back when we had this time together to focus on what the builders are doing, what the community is doing in response and in support of, like, that's really awesome. And I'm going to miss it for a little bit. Well, we may be taking a break on this format. You know, I'm going to be thinking back on these last couple months with a lot of fondness, like, and look at what we did together. You know, we made massive 500,000 impressions at least and views, like, and hours. I mean, it's like over 1,000 hours roughly that people have spent sitting here listening to us. That's more than most conferences. This is very rare, and it was really cool to be a part of.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I'm very grateful for the community and eagerness to hear our thoughts, right? Like,
I can't believe anyone would listen to us talking about this.
Yeah, like, you know, it's really just cool to be able to have that and bond with people online.
Yeah,
who knows?
And it was all real.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll meet at like a virtual bar.
I like that idea, but that's it for this show.
Yeah, and stay tuned for World Computer Hacker League.